Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be checking out a video titled, If Bread is So Bad, Why Are French People So Thin? This is actually coming from a doctor. Wow. Dr. Eric Berg, DC. Whew. Hey, without further ado, man, let's get right into this video. See what the doctor has for us today, man. And if you guys have any recommendations, click that link in the pinned comment section and recommend videos, and I'll check them out as soon as possible. Thank you for watching this video. Without further ado, let's get right into this video.
So recently I had someone comment in my YouTube videos, if bread is so bad, Dr. Berg, why are the French thin? Okay, this actually has come up quite often. First of all, there are fat people in France. Not all of them are thin, but I will say there's a big difference between the European countries and America, okay, especially France and even Italy. Now, the French consume a lot more fat. They eat 4 times as much butter, 60% more cheese, 180 grams of fat from animal sources, versus the US, it's only 72. So in France, they're eating more saturated fats. In America, we consume way more vegetable oils like corn oil and soy oil, which are GMO, which can lead to insulin resistance. Okay, that alone can actually make you gain weight. They have 3 times as much pork. They have less high fruit.
So hold on. So what you're trying to say is that it's the ingredients that goes in the bread that make the bread make you fat, make you that's where we headed. Okay.
Just corn syrup. I'll get to this in a second. They tend to keep their traditional foods, okay? Like in America, every single corner has a Thai restaurant, an Italian restaurant, a Mexican restaurant. You don't see that in France, okay? As much, anyway. You go in these restaurants and they're just filled with processed, refined carbohydrates. But the French are basically preserving their culture, and they have definitely higher quality foods. They have stricter purity laws, definitely less sugar, and they do snack less often, probably because they're consuming more fat and they're not so hungry. Fat is very satisfying. But what's really interesting is that they don't allow fortification, okay? In America, in Canada, in the UK, we have mandatory laws that we fortify our food with iron and synthetic vitamins. And I really think this is the main reason why people have less digestive problems when they consume the grains in these European countries versus America, where you consume grain products and it just binds up your entire colon, because iron interferes with the microbial life. Iron is very oxidative. I did another video on iron talking about the relationship between iron increasing insulin resistance and even causing diabetes if it's in excessive amounts. So iron creates a lot of problems, especially a lot of health problems related to oxidation, okay? Because if there's too much iron, you're going to oxidation of the brain that could potentially increase your risk for Alzheimer's, and then definitely of the inside of the artery of the heart disease, the pancreas, diabetes. So the fact that they're not fortifying takes a huge problem away from this equation. If you look at the studies on these synthetic antioxidants, they don't come out that good. Now, why is that? It's because they're synthetic. They're man-made. It's a lot different than the antioxidants from actual food or food concentrates.
Right.
In fact, I found something very interesting, and I'll put the link down below, that shows that consuming synthetic vitamins and synthetic vitamins that are fortifying our food actually increase oxidation. But they're acting as oxidants. Anything that increases oxidation can increase inflammation and increase your risk of getting insulin resistance. So in summary, yes, it's true that they consume more bread.
So that fortification shit is really, really, really bad. And based off what he said, ingredients, less sugar is key, and no fortification. The fortification causes oxidation, and oxidation simply insulin resistance. Shit, I'm a doctor right now. Shit.
But they don't enrich it. It's higher quality. They don't snack as much. They consume more fat. They consume less vegetable oils less GMO foods, and the quality food is much, much better. And these are the main reasons why you don't have as much obesity if you want to compare to the US. Thanks for watching.
Wow. Pretty detailed video, man. I appreciate that. Pretty detailed video, man. Like, I learned something new today. Like, I never knew that. But that's actually pretty wild, you know, to think about. Like, you know, those basic things can cause problems, because you'd imagine that these countries put the fortification in order to increase the general minerals in whatever you're eating, which, you know, like he said, too much iron can literally increase insulin resistance. And you know, my grandfather, before he, you know, he left us, he had diabetes, you know, high level of diabetes. So insulin resistance, I'm very, you know, I'm very knowledgeable of it, because, you know, I witnessed his situation. So it is very, very, very actually important to not make that insulin get out of control. You don't want resistivity with insulin at all. That's bad. But yeah, this was a beautiful video. Thank you guys for watching, man. And yeah, no fortification. I'm out of here. Please, peace. I just said please. That's crazy.